Thanks for staying with us. Residents in parts of Tshwane are still without electricity. This as parts of Pretoria West and North have been hit by blackouts. Residents suspect the ongoing municipal workers' strike is to blame. They say if the electricity problems aren't resolved, they'll take legal action. We are now joined by the Mayor of Tshwane, Randall Williams, to give us insight on this matter. Thank you so much for your time. Mayor, we do appreciate it. As the Mayor of Tshwane, what is your understanding of the electricity crisis currently in Tshwane?
Good evening, Heidi. Well, what's happening since Tuesday last week, members of SAMU, not the whole of SAMU, but members of SAMU led by certain shop stewards have embarked on an illegal strike. And a lot of the people that are involved in the illegal strike are technical people, like our electricians in a number of regions. So the problem is the fact that they're not available to address outages, electricity outages. They're also creating electricity outages now. For example, we find our substations having been sabotaged. We repaired a stolen cable, for example, in Olivenhoutbos the Wednesday evening. Thursday morning at 2 a.m., the same cable was stolen again, and you need to have technical knowledge to know where the cable is located. So it's been an ongoing fight since Tuesday. And of course, it's a small number of people out on strike, but what they do, they intimidate other employees who want to work and also been physically assaulting employees who are at work.
So as a mayor, what are you doing to resolve this issue and sort out the problem as quickly as possible? Because we actually had our reporter out, Mangoba Mkunu, speaking to the community there, who've indicated that some workers who actually want to go to work are being intimidated and threatened. What are you going to do to sort this out?
Well, we brought in SAPs. Our Metro Police are providing escorts to workers to their work sites so that they can do the repairs. We've also called in the intelligence community to assist us in identifying these workers. We took a lot of photos, videos. We are now identifying these workers involved. And as soon as we properly identify them, we will dismiss them. They will be dismissed the coming week.
So you are going to dismiss the workers that are not arriving for work or are intimidating others who want to do so?
No. The workers that are on an illegal strike. You must remember, SAMU went on strike during October last year for wage increases, concerning wage increases. We got a court order against SAMU. And that's why the strike is now an illegal strike. SAMU is denying that these are the workers on strike, despite the fact that these employees have been wearing their T-shirts, have been walking around with their banners, and neither, apart from the fact they're denying these are SAMU members, they're also not condemning the strike, which they should do.
So do we know
and
how
also
many...
what we've done, you asked me what we're doing. We've brought in private contractors as well, because we need to resolve all these outages. And to date, we've resolved over 15 area outages. So now we're concentrating on block outages and also on single outages.
Mayor, do we know how many workers are part of this illegal strike that you could possibly dismiss because of this? Do you have a number for us?
Look, what we've seen from the videos, there are hundreds involved, not even thousands, hundreds involved, but in different regions, in different areas. They make different groups and they try and intimidate as many employees as possible, strike fear into employees. One employee was assaulted, severely assaulted. He's critically ill now in hospital.
Mayor, just speak to us about how there is a concern from many residents that you and your team are nowhere to be seen to address communities and communicate with them about the electricity crisis and how it's going to be resolved. Have you yourself gone out to address these communities?
What my job is to see that these issues get resolved. Where there are failures in operations, I need to find other answers. That's what we've been doing. We set up an operational center. I can't disclose where it is. We set up an operational center. We got all relevant parties involved. We looked at our resources, what we need to do. We are 24/7 running that operation center, get work done. That is my responsibility. My responsibility is not just to go out, use my time to travel around and not look at the operational issues. There's no point in telling people, making promises about getting something fixed when I'm not actually doing the fixing. So that is what we're doing. So what we've also done, we've used the system of ward councillors to channel information via our MMCs. There are 7 regions. Each region have MMCs responsible for that region. They are fully aware. They are on the WhatsApp groups where we give all the technical information. Information have to go through the 107 ward councillors that we have. They need to be involved and they need to give people the information. From my side, I need to make sure that the outages get fixed. I'm not someone just to make promises. I need to get people's fridges running. I saw the video of the person complaining about his food going off. It's my responsibility to get his fridge running again.
Yeah, the reason why I ask this is because we had many community members saying that there has been no clear communication from the city and they have no idea when their power is going to be back on. They have not seen any members or any staff members on the ground communicating this. They try and call centres, they don't get through. So this is why I'm asking you what's actually being done to address this. Can you give us an indication, lastly, Mayor, when electricity will be restored? I know you say there's an illegal strike, but I think what people really want to know is when you can tell them when their lights will be back on.
Yes, definitely the residents have been greatly inconvenienced. The fact that they can't even call centers because call center staff, that is what the illegal strikers have been targeting as well. Tasing and physically throwing employees out of call centers. That has been happening. They know exactly what they do. What they want to do is to present a city that is completely chaotic, so that I now will give in and pay them a ridiculous salary increase, whereby if I can refer to the increases that they got the past few years, 2019, 2020, these same workers got up to 30% salary increase because of a benchmarking exercise. Now they want more money while the city is financially constrained. Now, we can't give an ETR for all the outages, but we've got a number of teams. I can't even say how many teams now. I've got the number, but I can't disclose it because that will now give them a new incentive to try and find those teams and to stop them from working. Now, the teams are working 24/7. Like, for example, one team finished up early this morning at 4 a.m. in Centurion after working for 24 hours. They went to bed for 4 hours. They're back at work again. They were back at work again by 9 o'clock. And that's what we have to do, unfortunately.
Certainly, yeah. I think many who are watching this just want to know when their lights are going to come back on. It's the most frustrating thing because you can deal with load shedding, but it's very difficult to deal with these outages because you never know the estimated time of arrival. But thank you so much for your time this evening. We do appreciate it. That was Mayor of Tshwane, Randall Williams, speaking to us about when electricity will be restored in parts of Tshwane.